Good morning, everybody. I'm Shane Chartrand here with another health supplement tip for the day. So today I want to talk about how to choose a protein and kind of different categories of protein that will hopefully help you out. And I'm going to start off by saying this. If you get suckered in by somebody telling you that one protein is better than the other, that's a lie. There's no such thing as a protein powder being better than another. However, there's a protein powder that may be better for your needs than another. But one protein is definitely not going to do more. Some do taste way better, but there's not one that's magical over another one. So let's get into it. The most common type of protein, and that is whey protein. Now when it comes to whey protein, there's a few categories. So let's start off with, I would say the most common whey protein you're going to get is a whey protein isolate. So whey protein isolate is, so let's start off with what is whey protein. Whey protein is when you make cheese, there's a sediment at the top which is very high in protein, and that is whey. And then what they do is, they package it up, they make a powder, and they give you a lot of protein. So when you get a whey isolate, what that is, it's very high in branched chain amino acids. It's probably the highest per volume in protein. It digests the fastest because they remove the cholesterol. They take the lactose out, so you have it and you absorb it very quickly. Now, when it comes to whey isolates, there's kind of two whey isolates. So my personal favorite is called New Zealand whey. New Zealand whey, they don't add any artificial sweeteners, and what they also, like in New Zealand, they don't use hormones or antibiotics on the cows, so that's another pro. But when you're going out and you're buying, a whey isolate that's not a New Zealand whey, don't panic. Even because there's a little bit of artificial sweeteners, it's not like aspartame or anything like that. It's still good. It's just know that you have the option with a New Zealand whey that'll be much cleaner. Or you just pick yourself up a standard good whey isolate, okay? The next thing, when it comes to whey, is called Whey Concentrate. Now let me take a sip of this first. So Whey Concentrate is basically whey isolate that hasn't been filtered. So there's two ways. It's usually cheaper in price. It's a little bit less protein per volume, even though you're going to get a whole bunch of protein. But yeah, it's going to have the lactose, it's going to have the fat, it's going to have the cholesterol. I find it mixes very well still. Even though that a whey isolate is much finer, I still find a good concentrate mix as well. Now, you can get two types of concentrates. When you go to the store and you pick up a protein, actually I don't have any pure concentrate here. Like I said, it's very cheap stuff. So you'll look under the ingredients, and under ingredients, if it just says whey concentrate, I'm gonna tell you that stuff is probably gonna be very difficult on your stomach if you can't handle lactose. However, if you look under ingredients and it says whey concentrate first and then whey isolate, it'll be much easier on your stomach. So I tend to tell people that have digestive issues, go with a whey isolate. If you don't have any digestive issues or you can handle lactose, pick up a whey concentrate or concentrate isolate mix. Okay, so that gets whey out of the equation. The next type of protein that people tend to look for is called a casein protein. Casein protein is a slow release protein that is ideal to take at nighttime. A lot of companies, what they'll do is they'll write like slow release over 6 to 8 hours. So what you would do at nighttime is you take a scoop of casein, and it slowly digests throughout the night. Personally, this is my personal thing, I'm gonna say I don't like casein proteins. The research is not that great when it comes to, I don't know, I won't say possible side effects, but I'm just going to say it's probably not the healthiest source of protein. Now you may be saying to yourself, Shane, well, what do? Like, I want a protein at night that'll last me all night. Here's what I do. I find it works fantastic. I get a protein powder, throw it in the blender, and I put some essential fatty acids in there. You can do it with flax oil, or you can do it with something I like called Udo's oil, and that slowly releases it throughout the night. Plus you get your good fats. It works very well, and it gets your metabolism up. Okay, so what do we have next? Next we have plant-based proteins. Now, I'm gonna either go by saying like whether it's soy, pea protein, pumpkin protein, a mix of a sprouted blend of greens protein. So any of those types of proteins, including rice and hemp, what you're gonna get is lower protein per scoop. It's ideal for vegetarians. It has fiber in it. They don't mix very well, but if you want to stay away from, you know, like an animal source like whey, you can go with a plant-based protein. Now, a lot of people will say, well, what's the best plant-based protein? This is what I tell everybody. It's not rice, it's not pea protein, it's not hemp, it's a mix. Get yourself a mix and look for something that's a sprouted protein. These ones are the easiest to digest because there's fiber in it. You know, you don't want to get gas or anything like that. So if it's sprouted, it's easier digested, and that way you get all your nutrients and you get a good amount of protein when it's a blend of all your greens proteins. The next thing you can get is called a weight gainer. So a weight gainer, this stuff right here, okay? Don't be afraid of weight gainers. So a lot of people think when they have a weight gainer that they'll bulk up. Well, if that's the case, every teenager would be walking around bulked up. The key is if you're trying to gain weight, or you have a super fast metabolism, or you're very active and you need extra calories in your day, take a weight gainer. So what's a weight gainer? Weight gainer is usually whey concentrate and isolate. It's not usually the best form of protein. And they also add carbohydrates in there, really high carbohydrates. So that way, you're getting all these excess calories. So I have weight gainer here on hand. So some days, if you know my diet's a little bit crazy, I will take 2 or 3 scoops of this. That'll give me anywhere from 500 to 750 calories because I have a very fast metabolism. So a weight gainer is really ideal for that. So again, it's not necessarily for people that are bodybuilding or weight training. Even senior citizens that need extra calories every day could benefit from a weight gainer because it has a lot more calories, you know, per serving. Let's see what else we got. I'd say this is probably the last category when it comes to any type of protein, and that is your meal replacements. So a lot of people, when they come into a health food store, they look at proteins and they go, well, are these meal replacements? Yes and no. They're not technically called a meal replacement because for it to be called a meal replacement, you're going to want to add carbohydrates, fiber, but here's the kicker, you want to put vitamins and minerals in there to make it a true meal replacement. Now, anything you see that is a protein, you can replace a meal with it. However, a true meal replacement is protein, fats, carbs, vitamins, minerals. And then they'll add some other things now like probiotics and greens and all that type of stuff. So there's 2 categories. If you want the most natural version of a meal replacement, you'll have to go plant source. There's brands out there like Veg Essentials here in Canada, Vega, those are very popular. Here's the problem, they're high in fiber, you will need a blender, they don't mix very well. I'm going to say for actually any meal replacement you will need a blender, not just a shaker cup like this, okay? So when you go with the plant-based one, there's nothing artificial in it. It gets you everything you need plus the greens. Or if you go with something like a Myoplex, years ago they had Myoplex. Here's where it's going to be a whey base. They taste way better, but they do have artificial sweeteners in it and they don't have any greens in it. So just ask yourself that. Do you want more plants in your diet, or do you just want the, you know, the protein and the vitamins and all that fun stuff? So that's kind of the differences between your protein supplements out on the market. Now, you may have started this video, and if you're new to any of this, you may be saying to yourself, well, what's protein good for? Well, protein is going to be good to help build lean muscle tissue, okay? It just helps with muscle regeneration and tissue regeneration. It's good for recovery, it's good for your immune system, it's good for your blood sugar levels, and yeah, that's pretty much what your protein's good for. Nobody technically needs protein powders. It's just that if you require extra protein and you can't get it through your diet, it's a great way. So if you start your day off with a protein powder and you're trying to lose weight, that's ideal, because not only will it help with muscle, because you're going to be in the gym if you're trying to lose weight, but it helps to speed up your metabolism. So yeah, that's been my my explanation on the different types of protein supplements. Hopefully this has helped you out. If you have any questions, put a comment below or email me at shanespilltalk@yahoo.com. I'll leave the link below. And let me know some of your favorite proteins. What do you find is some of the best recipes? What is the best tasting that you have found? So here's another thing. Any of those MLM companies that are telling you that their proteins are over the top, I've made a video on this before, but like, I won't even name some names, but you know, your friends are trying to get you to be a distributor for these. Those aren't necessarily better than anything you're going to find in a health food store. It's only to get you on auto ships. So that's my big problem with those types of proteins, and they're not necessarily any better than what you're going to find in a health food store. When you go into a health food store, you have way more choices, and then you're not stuck having to bug your friends trying to sell them protein. So I'm Shane Charchon saying stay healthy, stay motivated. I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Bye.